chicos y chicas. We've been using the present tense. Suelo jugar al fútbol. We've been using the past tense. Decidí jugar al fútbol. We've been using the future tense. Ojalá que pueda jugar al fútbol. This is great. We've been using 3 tenses with handle verbs. But if you just say that and don't say why, if you don't express reasons of your activities, your sentences are going to look like this. Basically, they look like an amazing tree, but with no branches. We're going to learn how to say different ways to say because in Spanish, and also 3 amazing ways to give reasons to get your sentence like a proper tree. Vamos, comenzamos. So we got different connectives to use instead of porque. So we start with the first one, is a causa de qué. Debido a qué. Puesto que. Ya que. And then we go 2 more that are really useful. Lo que and lo cual. These connectives are going to give you much more variety in your writing. So please use them instead of porque.
Chicos, me gusta el alpinismo porque es divertido, entretenido y muy saludable. Adiós.
So today we're going to give reasons como un jefe o jefa, like a boss, female or male boss. And in GCSE, they're always asking you to explain your reasons. I could give you some examples. Whenever it's the present, like suelo patinar los fines de semana, then you need to justify why you do that activity. And most of the people use porque, isn't it? Because. If the sentence in the past, also you use porque. Decidí patinar ayer. I decided to skate yesterday. ¿Por qué? Because. And if the question or the sentence is in the future, ojalá que pueda patinar mañana. I wish I can skate tomorrow. You use porque as well. So today we're going to learn 3 ways to use or justify your opinions or your activities. The first one is, as you notice, we are not using porque anymore. We learned at the beginning of this video different ways to say because in Spanish, and not all the time porque. So debido a que means also because. And the first way is using es. It is. This is probably the most popular way to justify your activities. Debido a que es, and then you put any adjective, okay? Divertido, importante, guay, barato, caro. I strongly recommend you to add something before the adjective. For example, muy, very. So you're saying because it is very important. Muy. O bastante, quite, bastante guay, quite cool. And you can actually use as well demasiado. Also, demasiado means too, but in a negative way, when something is too expensive, for example. Demasiado caro, demasiado caro. So demasiado normally is in a negative way to express opinions, okay? The second way is using debido a que, or any other connective, meaning because, with the opinion. And as you can see, there is no es in there. So we don't use es after debido a que. So debido a que me gusta, me encanta, me flipa, me mola, with the same pattern. Just put the opinion after that and you will justify your activities. At the end, you can add something else to spice up your sentence. You can put a lot. You like it or you love it a lot. Mucho. Un montón means as well like a lot. And mogollón. Mogollón is especially used for teenagers. Mogollón. Me mola mogollón. I love it a lot. In opinions, if you're using an opinion that actually doesn't follow this pattern like me and ending in A, for example, odio, it's a good idea to put lo as well. Debido a que lo odio. Lo odio. I hate it. Lo means it in Spanish. And that's the second way. And the third way is when you talk about the weather. You do something because it's sunny, for example. And this is a little bit confusing because we don't use es in Spanish for the weather. We say hace. We say hace. Literally, it does. But in English, we translate with it is. It is sunny. Hace sol. Hace calor. Hace frío. Hace. So we don't use es with this. Actually, if you go to Google Translator, as you can see in here, hace means make or does. But if you type hace sol, look, it changed and now it's sunny. That's the thing. Es and hace in English, you will translate it as it is, even though hace means it does or make, really. So in English, it's the same. But remember, hace is for the weather. Just to resume, we got 3 ways to justify your reasons and give reasons like a boss in Spanish. We use es and any adjective, debido a que es guay. We use the opinion right after debido a que me gusta. And then you can say me mola as well. And then the last one is hace, debido a que hace, but only for the weather forecast. Debido a que hace sol. So this is the first way to justify your reasons using porque or any other connective similar to porque. Okay, we're going here a typical question. ¿Qué haces en tu tiempo libre? What do you do in your free time? As you can see here, they say porque. Why? So if porque is separate, that means why in Spanish. And if they ask you why, you need to justify your activities. Okay, and the student putting there, suelo tocar la guitarra. I usually play the guitar. And the first way to do it, obviously, is using porque. But today, we're not going to use porque. We're going to use one of the connectors that we learned today. A causa de que. Okay? Excellent. Now, remember, the first way is using es. Es, it is. And then in here, we can put, for example, guay, because it's cool. Ideally, in here, you can put something like muy, very, because it's very cool. Second way, remember, is using an opinion. So we go with the same question, ¿qué haces en tu tiempo libre? And por qué? And this student, they use prefiero, I prefer patinar, to skate. I prefer to skate. So let's use now the second way to justify your activities. We're not going to use a causa de que this time. We're going to use debido a que. And remember, in the second way to justify your activities, we just put the opinion. For example, me flipa. So as you can see, we're not using es anymore, okay? The es, we're not using it. So debido a que me flipa. And if you want, you can make it even better. You can say un montón. Me flipa un montón. That's the second way. Talking about the weather. So in here, the student put prefiero nadar. I prefer to swim. So we're going to use another connective that we learned today, which instead of porque, puesto que. Okay? And because it's sunny today, we're going to use the third way, which is using hace. 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 Literally, it does, but in English, you will say it is. So remember, we don't say es, okay? Es, we don't say es, puesto que hace, and then we're going to put in here, hace sol. I'm going to put a little sun in there, okay? Prefiero nadar, puesto que hace sol. So using hace, third way to justify your reasons. First mistake, and this is really popular mistake. You know, a lot of people made that mistake, so try to avoid it. It's not the end of the world, but definitely you're going to lose some marks with it. Okay, so the student here put debido a que es me mola. Prefiero nadar, I prefer to swim, because it is, I love it, literally. So what you need to do, remember, is if you're expressing your opinions, don't use es. Just put the opinion with me. Debido a que me mola. And if you want to make it better, after me mola, you can put mogollón. A lot. Okay? Mogollón. Okay, the second mistake, which is as well quite standard, is using es with hace. So remember, when we talk about the weather in Spanish, we don't use es, we use hace. So in here, that es should be in the bin, okay? And we are going to put just hace sol. Debido a que it's sunny. Es and hace is the same, really in English, means the same. But in Spanish, when we talk about the weather, we don't say es, just hace. And that's the second mistake. Don't do it. And actually, the third mistake is really using always the same connective. It could be porque, but it could be a causa de que or debido a que. You already know some of them, so please use a variety of connectives, meaning because. Okay? Don't use porque and don't use the same all the time, because otherwise it gets really repetitive. So in here it's fine using porque, but if you're using porque all the time, it's not really nice. That's the third mistake.
So you remember, after porque, you can use three ways to express your opinions. The first one is using es plus an adjective. Es divertido. Then, after porque, you can use straight away an opinion, any opinion. For example, me gusta. And then the last one is saying a weather expression using hace. For example, hace sol, like today, hace sol.